Hello everybody, welcome to Film Trigger. My name is Stevie Cade, and today we're going to talk about Doom Patrol, which, in case you don't know, is a live-action original series that streams on the DC Universe Network. And essentially, Doom Patrol is a superpowered team of misfits, also known as the world's strangest heroes. We're halfway through the first season now. I'm very pleased with this series. It's very impactful, very rich storytelling. I did not expect this show to be as good as it is. So let's break down the team a little bit, okay? So first we have the Chief, who is played by Timothy Dalton. He's a wheelchair-bound genius who formed the Doom Patrol. Essentially almost that Professor X sort of vibe to him a little bit. Then we have Robot Man, who's played by Brendan Fraser. And let me just say, I am so happy to see Brendan Fraser in this role, because he brings so much to this character. It reminds me of I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I liked Brendan Fraser as an actor. He was fun, he was goofy, and somewhere along the line, we stopped liking Brendan Fraser, but this right here is his end. He's doing a great job. He carries almost the entire series on his shoulders, and every scene he's in, he steals it. He steals the scene. What Robot Man is, actually he's a cyborg rather than a robot, and he has the brain of race car driver Cliff Steele, who destroyed his body in an accident. And essentially it's just his brain inside of this cyborg machine, hence why he's technically a cyborg. But he's essentially the lead character, or the leader of the group, if you will, a leader of the team. And yeah, Crazy Jane, played by Diane Guerrero. After years of abuse by her father, Kay Chalice psyche was broke down into 64 separate personalities, each with their own superpowers. 64 different personalities. I mean, this is almost like Split. It's like that, but 64, and they all have superpowers, and she does a fantastic job. And you begin to learn each of the characters, just like you do in the movie Split. Fantastic job with her. They do a real good job with everybody. Again, I just love this show. Negative Man, played by Matt Bomer. Essentially, he was a pilot named Larry Trainer. He crashed his plane after being overtaken by a radioactive being who lives inside him. Larry and this radioactive being kind of portray a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality. It's a relationship that they're working on, and we're watching them go through it. Elastigirl, played by April Balaby. She's playing actress Rita Farr, who lost her career after being exposed to mysterious gases while shooting a film in Africa. She has the ability to grow and shrink herself to any size, but she has yet to have the ability to control it, which is a really cool evolution to watch with her character. Because all these characters you're watching, just learning how to deal with these gifts, if you will. They're learning how to handle them and work one with them rather than working against them. Cyborg, played by Joyvan Wade. He's a teenager, Victor Stone, who was in an accident that led his father to replace most of his body with advanced technology, granting him superhuman strength, speed, and the power of flight. I haven't seen him fly in Doom Patrol. Doesn't mean he won't. Joyvan Wade does a pretty good cyborg. I am painfully aware of their low-budget cyborg outfit. It's okay. There's probably better cosplays out there, to be honest. But it's a forgivable sin because the rest of the show is so good. And last but not least in the main cast anyway is Mr. Nobody, played by Alan Tudyk, and who also, by the way, was just announced to play Iago in the Aladdin film, live-action Aladdin film, which I'm actually really excited about because he also dubs as a narrator in this show, kind of on and off narrator. And I could totally hear an Iago-esque way about him. Anyhow, but Mr. Nobody, he's a Doom Patrol villain who is insane and believes the universe to also be insane. And this character kind of breaks the fourth wall a little bit as a narrator and as his character on the TV show. Because the narrator and the character are the same person, but he's talking to the audience and he's also interacting with everyone else, but no one else breaks the fourth wall. So all in all, I watched episode 6 today. I think there's 13, 14 episodes. Don't quote me on that. Can't remember off the top of my head. Probably should have wrote that down. Yeah, didn't. This show is fantastic. It was a nice surprise. I didn't expect much out of it. I know when they first showed up in Titans, that was like one of my more favorite episodes of Titans, and even my son's like, man, I really want to see more Doom Patrol. And at the time, I didn't know Doom Patrol was coming out just a few weeks later, but they did. And we'll talk about Titans in another video. But Doom Patrol has really stepped up the game. The CGI is pretty good. It's not going to be movie magic, but for a TV series, it's pretty darn good. So essentially, yeah, as I said, we're halfway through the first season, and I cannot wait to see more. And I'll even go as far as to say that I would continue paying for the DC Universe just to watch this series alone. So yeah, let me know what you think below. Well, have you seen the show? What are your thoughts about it? Are you glad to see Brendan Fraser back? You know, if you don't like it, why don't you like it? Let me know. I'm interested to hear your opinions on it. While you're down there talking to me, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. I appreciate you sticking around with me. You guys stay trigger happy. Peace.